manager.
And we're live.
Hi.
Manager.
I think we caught manager.
That was
on
close. We almost ruined that real fast.
Oh my god, that was great.
That was this close.
All right. Welcome to our next episode, Gathering of Branches. Let's do some introductions. We'll start with Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I play Olwen. I am highborn, half fae. Ooh, don't know what kind. Lady. Heir to Barrowcrest Manor.
Awesome. Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. I play Beatrice, who is a sometimes effective sorcerer, and I threatened a bunch of people last time, so maybe let's not keep doing that.
Oh yeah, that's
That
fair.
can't go wrong, right? That wasn't something that would bite me in the butt.
No, you're probably right. And we'll go to Megan next.
Hi, I'm Megan. I play Aranwi, a household knight for Barrowcrest Banner. And I didn't threaten a lot of people last session, so maybe we should all, why can't you be like your sister, Aranwi?
You forgot
Nice.
I'll never do that.
Well, we've got a couple reasons why we can't.
You forgot the didn't threaten a lot of people for once. You forgot that part of it.
For once.
I never threaten people on purpose to their face.
That's fair.
Aaron, you
I
just
also
put yourself
don't
in the
threaten
right
Good conditions.
He just threatens people behind their back. Where they can't
Ask
defend themselves.
people what I could do to not murder them.
For sure. Hold on, I'm doing
What can I do to
fixing-
not murder you?
one thing for us.
Oh,
Behind
let me
their
help
back,
you.
I ask other people what I can do to not murder a different person. That was
I
my
like
it.
guest appearance.
Give me a
Guys, our
list of
diplomatic
every
skills
reason.
are solid. Our
I need-
diplomatic skills are stellar.
I
I
need.
didn't have my 20 diplomacy squire with me. It was gonna be bad.
Oh yeah, diplomacy. I want. Do we get diplomacy?
Who
Oh,
would be
sorry,
in charge
courtesy.
of diplomacy, I wonder?
Oh, diplomacy. I think is a thing now.
It's a separate skill.
Yeah.
It
You know,
is.
courtesy is close enough, and Ariel has a 20
I was
in
gonna
that,
say I was
so-
leaning Curtis. I was looking at Rebecca.
I'll read you diplomacy, just so we're
Yeah.
on the same page. Diplomacy is a skill of discourse used between lords and kings, or their representatives.
The prince was one of the people I threatened. So,
It's fair. It's fair.
so technically it applied. If Olwen had been the one.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest that threatening the prince probably is the opposite of diplomacy, but that's me.
That's true.
It's
I don't know
dip-
what you call it, but
Diplomacy.
Legal? Probably? Grounds for
Reason.
indictment or execution?
I was gonna say, grounds for execution.
I think
Beheading.
that's what threatening the
Beheading.
prince is called.
Yeah.
Potato, right?
Auto treason.
Auto treason.
Auto treason.
Oh, hello.
Technically, I didn't. threaten
Hello.
them.
Welcome, La Bruja 86.
Hey.
Hello.
Or La Bruja, depending on which edition you grew up on.
I see.
And how early you were in it.
People
Okay.
really say Bruja.
That was
Yeah,
how
man.
it originally was placed, yeah. And then people start going, you know what? Like,
They're
They're
punks.
so
It
used-
should be like brouhaha, right?
no. Not with their background.
It just says no.
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 It's just not correct.
It isn't correct.
There's also
Ridiculous.
Correct because it is.
there's a new knightly skill called clerk as well. We got to implement that at some point.
Oh.
Write, read, and do numbers, file records, fill out forms, and
Right?
so on. You can literally
My favorite
be
little meow meow
you can-
skill.
like, how good is this fantasy game that we get to be clerks in it? Like, it really
I know.
pulls
You
you out of
say that.
the
you
mundane
say
lifestyle
that,
so we can
but
go
that
be
is
clerks.
so good. My good little characters. It's just they're nerds. They're little nerdy guys that just.
That's if Gwydion ever gets there, it's probably his. That's his. That's his
exactly
bar
my point.
right there. It's his bar. Yeah.
Yes, Gwydion!
Ah, a little
Um,
fish.
All right. Well, let's dive in. Let's dive in kind of pretty close to where we left off. What do you all recall from the end of the conversation with King Cadwy and Melwis and
Head pats.
the
It
head pat?
was-
It's true.
Yeah,
Very important.
very important.
Yeah, we're getting ready for war with the Unseelie.
The
They want
veil
us
is
to help
thinning.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the right path for sure.
Melis is out here accusing people of stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Fooled
an
by a little bit of
ungrateful jerk.
PTSD. Let's be nice to him. A little bit.
She saved him and he decided to go off on her, so
Said a little bit.
A little bit
Said
nice.
you look kind
Just a
of
little
like
bit nice.
someone who was mean to me once, so I'm gonna hate you forever now.
yeah, Beatrice
He's
is
slightly
hardcore beating up
suspicious
all
that
of
you
Owen's
might be
bullies.
the daughter of the person who held him captive. There's levels.
And then we had the lovely ladies of the lake.
Including our first view of a non-infant Nimue.
Yeah, and then what do you call
Yeah.
it? I forgot her name, and you just brought up her token.
Nineveh.
Vivienne is leaving.
Yeah.
Do you remember what she promised or proposed to
To go
lead for
through my
you?
trials, and she wants to lead my trials. I don't know what that means. So Beatrice was just like, don't care.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
I get to learn glamours.
Oh yeah, you do get to learn glamours from the ladies.
Yeah.
So going back to, let's go to the Summerland map. Let's go do the Summerlands.
Hell yes.
I got a new map coming too. I think that'll be a little bit less busy than this. So, though I love this one. So you're all down here, or that's where your home base is. What's that?
Buckcomb still gonna be on the map.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I'll bring it up later. But I'm right.
Oh.
I'm right in the pronunciation.
Bath. I refuse to say it. Bath. This is where you were. This is where you met with Cadwy. That was where you were feasting. There is kind of a brief, journey back to Buttcombe. I'll say, as I said. I'm still not gonna say it that way. You end up there, and you end up heading northwest. With a bigger entourage. Let's do a folk or fairy lore, and we'll give Beatrice and Olwen a +5 only due to experience.
Ooh. I'll do fairy lore.
We'll obviously do folklore. Failed folklore.
I'll tell you in a second what I end up
I
doing.
have passed fairy lore.
All right, and I get a plus what? I'm sorry.
+5.
I'm doing fairy lore.
This makes a lot of sense because 2 of you have traveled this way before and 1 has not. You're heading back to Wildcat Camp. Now, the entourage that you're with is basically the Ladies of the Lake, and with them is Padarn and Sir Padarn and Gwydion. Lady Gwynedd returned home because she needs to go back and lead the manor. Prince Melwis has accompanied you. on this journey as well. So he's around for interaction if desired. And then I want to see if there's anyone else. Oh, Branwyn left.
Sent her to war.
How I dare you?
I think like 2 nights or 3 with Melwis. So Adarn and then Gwydion. Then you got Eronwy and you have Melwis. So that is the group. Along with you is Lilo and Hefina.
Goodness.
Athena, hi.
Real
I forgot the
witch-heavy
Hefina was a
entourage.
thing.
There's
Those are
Ariel.
cool. Oh,
is
Ariel.
present. How old is Ariel now?
Ariel.
He's my age, isn't he?
Ariel is currently 18.
Or he's like a year older than me.
18 or 17, somewhere in there.
So I'm 16.
18. If he started off at 16 because he was the same age as Grifflet, then he has
been 2
aged
years.
2 years since then.
Yeah.
2 years.
I've been keeping track of it on my sheet. There's a squire box.
That's what I love to hear. Yeah. All right.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We're 20 or 21. I don't remember if I aged myself.
We are 21.
Okay.
Yeah, what you can do is you can always take like the birth year of your character, figure it out, and then just subtract 3 for the 3 years you missed in Fairy. And we'll just keep growing it from there, see where it goes.
Boy.
Fairy years.
All right. Let's see.
Emily?
I'm waiting my turn. It's
You have
fine.
a question?
No.
Okay, I did want to.
request.
I was very
yeah.
teacherly,
Once-
like, Emily, do you have a question?
I didn't say it.
No, I'm fine.
I do it. I used to do it when I played D&D at a tabletop. Like, I always am just like...
I'll get to your question in a second. I do want to add one little bit before we jump in. So I have another quote. Initiation never ends. Every time you pass a hurdle, there's another one waiting. And each time, your power grows. You can only hope that you'll be strong enough to face the challenge. It's from the Mists of Avalon.
That sounds terrifying.
I think it'll be fine.
Should be good.
So fine.
For me, at least. I'm not doing any initiation. I'll be fine.
Thanks.
Let's
I feel
go
great.
over Emily's hand raising. What did you need?
No, I just wanted to... I had a request for talking to somebody during the journey. That was all.
For sure. Happy to approach that. I did want to give. I got the sense that Eronwy wanted to talk to the prince, so I wanted to see if that was something you still know. You like approached him
No.
previously. Okay. You're like, mm-mm.
Megan wanted to drag Aranwi to there in a feast setting, but Aranwi herself is not gonna initiate
Not gonna
that.
talk. Okay. All right.
Yes, she still feels really guilty. I know that she knows that he knighted her, but she still is like, it's my fault. My fault he was in Fairy to begin with. Just a little bit. Edric fixed her kind of, but she still feels kind of bad.
I think we'll kind of have there's a moment, like, because it's, quite a few hours travel. There's a brief moment where you end up riding beside Bellis and there's like a long quiet. Too long of a quiet. And finally he's like, so how is your training?
It's going very well, sire. I have a squire now that I'm working on training as well. And she'll kind of like gesture to Ariel.
He looks over at Ariel with a kind of like a judgmental look and then looks back.
Be nice to my shitty squire. He's garbage, but he's my garbage.
And how is he coming along?
Is he coming along, Bob? I haven't had any conversations with him yet.
Uh, he hasn't lost that proud, pompous side really much, but he's very eager and like he does what you ask him to. He's passing. He's a passing grade student for sure. He's just
Okay, he's a B average kind of kid.
he excels, but he's like missing the letter of the law a little bit. You know, it's like he's well on his way to be a feasting knight. You know, that kind of thing.
Oh, Ariel, come on, buddy. Bronwyn will open her mouth and then kind of like ears will turn. Then she's going to say, "Has confidence in him that I think will serve him well in the future. But he's young and he's still got a little bit to learn at least. But we're all still learning something."
Indeed. You've come a long way from your birth. It's not easy to pick up being all the things that are expected of a knight in this realm without a lifetime of training. Just remember to give yourself some leniency.
Thank you. Though I did have, my father was an esquire, so I had a little bit of training from him, a little bit of help.
That's right, yes. And indeed, that will come a long way. Well then. And kind of with that, he just turns back, his eyes ahead.
Right. Have you been feeling well, Sar?
I'm well enough. What's happening here in Summerland is worrisome. I know it's hard for others to see, but something's different with my father. Never quite seen him like this.
Like, what, if it's alright to ask? I've only ever seen him the one time.
Worried.
See. Sorry, Melvis, my dogs are going nuts.
Right. The hunting hounds do that from time to time. Yeah.
I think they've quieted down now, sire.
With that, he just says, what you have in Barrow Crest, it's important. I'm happy to see that the three of you lean on one another.
It's been to have their support, and I enjoy having their backs and making sure that they're safe.
They'll need a strong knight, or a few, actually. We all will.
It seemed that way, but they've done their fair share of protecting me as well. It's nice having them.
What are your thoughts on the war in Cornwall?
Excuse me while I roll something. Probably prudent versus reckless. Well, gonna speak our mind, I guess.
Wait, how does Aaron we only have a 10 in reckless? What kind of
Because
nonsense is that?
every time she
myself
does
that
something
every day.
stupid, you never tell her to tick it.
Really? I swear I've told you to tick it in the past, right?
I think I've had it ticked once.
Oh, really?
Got a
I have
reckless
had to
point.
ticket. I am somehow more reckless than Aranwi.
I might also be more reckless.
You both are. I used to have an 11 in reckless, but then I had to tick prudent, and I succeeded on prudent
know,
as
there
well.
you
So
go.
It's learning. You're learning.
learning. Oh, reckless won this time. So
No.
he asked her, "How do you feel about Cornwall?" And she's gonna instantly say, "I think that
Prudent one.
A prudent one?
I see a 5 over.
Technically, they were
Actually,
both
sorry, yeah,
successes.
you succeeded at both, so our house rule is you get to decide.
House rolls I get to decide. Maybe I'll roll a courtesy to give myself one last chance. I've failed courtesy. I've made my decision.
Yeah, fair.
I think that Uther enjoys leading armies quite a bit.
Yes.
And I think belatedly she's going to say, oh, she doesn't have anything to smooth that over.
No. I fail to understand why Merlin supports King Uther. I fail to understand why Uther wages war against his own lords. Father insists that we must play our part and that we maintain our independence. But the world around us is changing. I find that worrisome.
Have we maintained our independence? We've just had to send a knight from our household to fight in Uther's war. Doesn't seem independent to me.
I trust Father, but I agree.
I'm so glad that he's supporting me in my 2 levels of treason here.
Yeah. I don't know what the future is to hold. But if this war in Cornwall is successful, I think it only a matter of time until his eyes turn back on Summerland.
He's already got us, though, hasn't he? She sounds like she doesn't quite believe what she's saying, but also a little bit like, I'm hoping? What more would he need from us? We're sending him knights.
Control. With that, he kind of goes silent as he turns back forward to his ride.
I think this time Aranwi's gonna let him go, because that did not sit well with her. Killed whatever mood there was.
Perfect. We'll go. Beatrice, you had your hand up, so let's deal with Emily.
You raised your hand.
Yeah.
I hilariously also wanted to talk to Melis.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a long ride.
Melis
So.
is like,
I'm
done
sorry.
talking.
There's a lineup for him.
If we don't want to RP it, I can tell you generally what she wanted to say.
No, it's fine. It's like Comic-Con. There's a line for him. Whatever.
There's a line.
Melis sign.
Everyone's on their horses, but in a line.
I had a headshot waiting, and I'm just waiting for him to sign it. So pretty.
In total, so we also have. Do we have Nimue with us?
Yep.
We do.
We have the 8-year-old?
We have the 8-year-old.
She's along with Nineveh.
She's in Nineveh. Well, now I want to talk to 2 people.
Nineveh.
Yeah.
Trying to remember to say it that way.
Every time I think of how we pronounce Nineveh, it kind of makes me think of playing something backwards. It's got that Nineveh kind of vibe.
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
when you play a recording backwards kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me think of Nineveh.
Yeah, that too.
Live in Canada. Can't say the word, but you get what I'm saying. Okay. Let's another couple hours pass, and there's a point where Beatrice and Melis end up close to each other, riding. He doesn't really pay any attention to Beatrice.
Yeah. Yep, that tracks. It tracks so well for the very short interactions they've had with each other. she'll kind of like do the awkward like clear your throat, and she's gonna like lean back a little bit in her saddle. So about the other day.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
Sorry, I guess. Stop it, Megan.
He
She's just
raises an eyebrow at you.
I get heated, and I've had an interesting couple of years. Not that you haven't, because I saw a glimpse of part of it and it didn't seem fun. She did a lot to get you out of there. And she's too nice for the world we kind of live in general. I'm actually really scared that's going to get her killed at some point. But she's good, I guess. And she did a lot to get you out of there, and she still does a lot to keep us out of danger with the other side. So I got a little heated.
You were
Courtesy.
defending your friend. It is fair.
Yeah, but I didn't need to yell at you for it. That felt a little much.
Discourteous?
Discourteous.
Lacking of hospitality? He smiles.
She's going to like turn a little bit, so she's facing him more. I'm going to be honest with you, Prince Melwis. I don't even know what is the appropriate term to call you. So what you said pretty much sums up me as a person. I don't do the court thing. I don't do any of the like making deals and things. I just do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I protect them, or I fight, or try and give them advice that actually works. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing in that front. So sorry if I addressed you lower than I should have.
We are a different breed in stock here in Summerland. I recognize that you were common born and you were not trained in the courts, in the ways of hospitality, in the ways of courtesy. I would caution you, though, should you leave Summerland, please guard your tongue a bit closer when speaking to other nobles.
Oh yeah, if I had a choice, I would never leave Summerland.
I thought you were gonna say you'd never talk.
I would never talk. Yeah, I mean,
That's so true.
If I
had a
had
choice,
I
I would
wouldn't
talk
talk
to
to
you know what?
anybody.
I'm amending that statement. I'm not saying I would never talk. However, if I had a choice, I would never leave Summerland, and I wouldn't be doing all this. And she just gestures to the greater party. I kind of got thrown into it with no information whatsoever. I have no idea what I'm doing because no one has tried to explain it to me. So if I had a choice, I would never meet any of those nobles because I don't want to. I want to stay in my home with your father, the king, being the king, not everything else.
I understand.
Cool. So, okay, and then she does her awkward exit. She just pulls the horse away, like sharp turn. Probably like hits somebody
nice
else,
chat.
like bumps somebody else's horse.
Yeah.
She said, "Well,
Good talk, Your
okay.
Majesty. You're dismissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't wait for him to say anything. Like, she literally just like turns her horse. She probably bumps into somebody else's horse. Like,
And
Opposite to Olin,
Olin
who
on
is
her way to talk
totally
to
not
herself.
like
Olin on
eavesdropping.
Did you actually also want to talk to him about it?
No. He made it pretty apparent that he didn't want anything to do with me. So, I think
I think that's the perfect time for a romance subplot. Just
oh yeah, you think that I
hates your
should get with the
guts?
prince, Megan? You think
I just think he hates your guts. You look like the lady that didn't torture him but almost did. I think.
yeah.
That's
Go on.
love, that's
No, go
amore.
on.
Yeah, it sounds like a YA novel.
it's like, please tell me more. Tell
I
me more.
yield my time of RP for this fanfic of Megan's.
Right, I can just write the fanfic myself. Never mind. I'll
Never
post
mind.
the link in like 2 to 3 weeks.
Introducing the new Pendragon section in our server.
I think I have one
Manga
actually.
and dragon sensei.
I have a journal section. It exists.
Hell yes.
I would also, in general, I just want to ride near Nineveh, mostly to talk to Nimue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she wants to. If she doesn't, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Nimue's pretty quiet, like, right now.
Mhm.
But, she wouldn't have a problem with you riding by her, and there'd probably be these little moments of, like little...
I make a point to answer all of her questions.
Like, overly, like, awkward? Is that what we're talking?
Yeah. Beatrice's whole existence? Yes.
You're, like, correct. That is exactly it.
Correct. It's probably awkward to a point. I would also like to make a point of Beatrice answers whatever question she...
Okay. Noted.
with light side eye to Nineveh and the others.
She doesn't...
I'm answering the
Flipping
question.
you off the whole time, like, I get stuffed.
Give me like maybe an intrigue test here.
Intrigue. I love intrigue. I do. It doesn't always love me, but I love it. It doesn't always love me, but I love it.
Like, I did establish that ahead of time. Yeah.
I'm glad I established it ahead of time. It sometimes doesn't like me.
It's fair, it's fair. Okay. Let's see here. I
I
think
didn't feel that badly.
right. And I think the way this kind of plays out is it's not so much that she like doesn't want to be around you or whatever. She just kind of doesn't know what to ask or what to even say. So it's like she seemed No, I think with a failure you don't know that though. Like you're having a hard time reading the situation, which is not really surprising for you in most cases. Like, right? It's not your number one skill set, to say the least.
Really? You hadn't guessed?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Cool. That was it for me.
We'll go to Rebecca, Lady Olwen.
Hi. I know exactly who I want to talk to.
And that be...
That's Beatrice, actually. Sorry.
I'm back.
Like, I'm out of scene. I'm back in scene.
I'm back.
I'm back in the fucking
Surprise.
Join me at the awkward part of the procession, of course.
At a certain point, Olwen will ride up to Beatrice. Like, it's pretty obvious that she's been sort of hesitant. Like, I think possibly canonically, yeah. Beatrice did run into Olwen's horse after talking to Melis, because she wasn't necessarily
That's the horse
eavesdropping, but
I
she was like waiting, waiting and just and then she was talking to Nineveh. She's like, I can't interrupt any of these conversations, and it's already awkward enough. But finally, she gets to a point where Beatrice is like alone. She gets up the courage, even though she should totally have it, and goes up to talk to her. It's like, Beatrice,
Yeah.
I know this is probably something that you don't want to acknowledge at all. In fact, you probably wish it never happened, because then I wouldn't be here talking to you about it right now.
Is something wrong?
No, of course not. It's not wrong at all. I wanted to say thank you for what you said to the prince.
She's gonna look at where the prince is, make sure he's far enough away that he doesn't hear this. Yeah, he just needed to be knocked down a peg in general.
I agree. I agree. It was completely outlined what you were saying, and I was about to forget my courtesies as well and raise my voice to him, but you stopped me, and albeit you did it yourself, but it was very kind of you to do so, and I know you like to pretend that you're not, or that you don't care, but it's nice to know that you do. You don't have to respond. I know that emotions make you uncomfortable, but I just wanted you to know that I appreciate it.
Yeah, better for me to lose the opinion of our general monarchs than you lose it, I guess.
Well, if you lost any favor with the prince, you certainly gained some with me. So, I guess I don't have nearly as much power as him, but
Can I use
so
it
I don't know
now?
what that's worth, but
Can I use what good graces I just got from you? Please stop calling me your handmaiden.
but it's so funny.
I get that
And
it's
you
funny.
are.
You say it way too much.
All right.
I will ask for
Suppose-
nothing else. Ever.
I doubt that very much, but I am willing to grant this favor for
I
you.
don't ask you for things. I don't know why you're acting like I ask you for things.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's true, but I still doubt that you won't ever ask anything. I mean, what if I got the last pear tart or something at the feast and you really, really wanted it? You saying you wouldn't ask me?
I mean, I feel like that's different. I feel like I'm talking about favors in general.
That would be a favor. Pear tarts are delicious and you deserve them.
Okay. It's a thing. I don't know. I don't really go for that kind of stuff. I mean, like big favors. Like big.
I know what you mean, Beatrice.
Yeah, okay. While she's giggling maniacally, I'm going to do the same thing I did with Melvis, which is just the quick exit. Quick side exit.
Bye. I think you're muted, Bob.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought
you.
that was my computer on the fritz. Oh, well, he's
we
gone.
lost someone.
We've
We're going on
lost
break
him.
anyway.
Beatrice, hello.
And we are back.
I'm sorry.
This is just a brief reminder of what you saw last time. I'll move it though.
Oh?
Oh, we got here?
Indeed.
I definitely did not hear any of that. I heard the tail end of Owen and Beatrice's conversation and then nothing.
It's
I
fair.
think that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hello. This is where we met Ian.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I fought
Yeah.
The
all sorts of fun.
wedding for this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Lawrence's
Yeah.
wedding?
Iran. Yes. No. Yes?
Parents.
No.
Parents'
Parents' wedding, yeah. Florence's horse slaying.
Lawrence's was
Yes.
a while ago.
Stuff happened with Florence. It just was more.
And Perrin was pissed. He's like, it's my wedding. How dare you?
Damn you. Alright. So you end up at the hill fort, which is now abandoned. See no sign of anything. And the group gathers. It's right around, like, I know it's night on this picture, but it's probably more like early afternoon as you get here. The full group that we discussed is here. And with that, everyone kind of pulls together and stops. A brief, like, conversation happens, I guess, on the side. And it's the two witches and Vivian that are having the conversation. And then their eyes all turn and look at Beatrice.
I hate everything. She's going to very exaggeratingly look at them and just go,
After a moment, the three of them move over to you. Vivian kind of at the front, as if to speak.
I know that sorry.
Sorry, go ahead. No.
I know that we had the conversation about leaving things in the past. You make it really, really hard when you keep doing whatever you're doing. The like secret looks and not telling me things, making it very difficult. Just as a general.
Rest assured, I think you'll have more information once you've come out the other end of your initiation.
Okay, what am I being initiated into? Because you get initiated into things.
It's true.
So what am I agreeing to?
You will be a keeper of Summerland, much like Lilo is, much like Hafina is. You will practice the knowledge of this world, the knowledge of this land, the knowledge of Wicca.
Am I what I assume is giving up my children like my mother did? Or didn't, but you know.
Your mother had made choices in her life. Some of them oaths. Few she kept. There are consequences for such oaths.
So that's why you took Nimue. I guess if she promised me and then gave, you took Nimue because I was too old.
Rebecca, your mic is full force there. Just let you know. On the typey.
Sorry, I had to make a Love Never Dies reference.
I don't normally hear your mic, so it's just throwing me off.
So I just need to know what exactly I'm agreeing to, because I'd like to not give up future children if they exist, or a substantial amount of my freedom.
Nothing of the sort. Your
Do I have your
mother.
word?
She smiles. You have my word.
Alright. So she promised you me, I'm guessing, and then didn't give me to you, and so now you have Nimue.
No, not exactly. We have the ability to see things. And we could tell that... Well, your mother had a promise to her. That promise was soiled by her own failings. As a result, she left the Order. And where she failed, her daughter was prophesied to replace her. They would be born under a special star, much like your sister. Right? Just confirming Beatrice, like, what does that do for Beatrice and where she's at? Or is she just kind of over that already? Like, is it still...
I'm kind of so she definitely gives off the air of a teenager that is over it. However, when she says like born under a special star and is like talking about it, there's like the like yeah, that's her, not me. Like that's fair. 'Cause she's probably there the night she was born. She was probably like she's aware of who Nimue is, kind of. She was there for the early part of her life. She's like, yeah, that's fair. So both done and like, okay, yeah, that's so I'm not giving up my freedoms. I can choose whatever I want. Right? And whatever I'm getting initiated into.
You'll have an oath to take care of your land, of course. That which you call home. Protect it. Beyond that, you have your freedom.
What if our land gets conquered? Does that mean I break my oath and I fail?
That would depend on your actions.
Like if I help them conquer it versus try to
Indeed.
stop them?
Or if you give up.
That's what I was waiting.
Many fall. But rest assured, there are higher expectations in our order. And that those expectations will not be pressed upon you in your initiation. You are not of Avalon, Beatrice. You never will be.
Yeah, I pretty much accepted that. I'm pretty sure I saw it once, if I'm honest with you. But
She raises a brow at that.
oh yeah, I did some of my own research, and that kind of got me a little deeper than I would have thought it would have actually gotten me. So that was interesting. So I have to fight for Summerlin no matter what.
You have to fight for this island, no matter what.
All right. I'm a little concerned about the number of different sides on this island, but
Then you'll pick your home, and you will protect what you can. It can't
that
simply be
seems
up
more
to...
doable.
She nods. You will not be alone in your efforts. That's why you have an order. And she motions to Lilo and Hefina. This is why you were chosen for Barrowcrest. To test you and see if, despite your late arrival, if you could rise to the occasion of your mother's powers. It seems you have. But we find out this day.
Alright, here's to hoping I surpassed them and get me known for that.
You have a choice before you now. Upon the nature of your trial and your path forward,
Okay.
you have 3 options.
Alright.
To grow stronger in your link and understanding to that which resides in Fairy.
Okay.
That is your first. Your second. She looks away for a second. For the second, gain further mastery over life and death. Your third is to see glimpses of the past, of the present, and of the future. Glimpses in water, visions in your dreams.
That's a very big choice. Yeah. I have to make it today.
The nature of what you choose will determine your trial.
That's why, Emily's full panicking. You know how much I hate choice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Bob's already laughing because he knows that I'm having a heart attack right now.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
D3.
I don't know.
Let's go with the Beatrice.
So it's basically like
It's
based off necromancy and scrying.
Scrying, necromancy, fairy stuff.
Necromancy would probably also include healing, so fairy stuff.
So Beatrice is going to
Yeah.
Vane and just go, am I allowed to take opinions from people?
Can I pull the audience?
Can I phone a friend? Yeah. The medieval version of
Sure.
Can I phone a friend, please?
She'll smile.
I travel
well.
with 2 other people who probably should have a say. If
Hey,
that's
Megan.
fair to you.
Megan?
Let's pick conflicting things.
I hate
think
you
we
both.
should.
Stop it. No.
She says, that's acceptable. Though I would encourage you to make the choice for yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm mostly in between 2. But yeah, I'm gonna ask them their opinion. I might ask Lilo too, to be honest, because she actually trained me, so she has a better idea of these sorts. I don't make decisions lightly.
She smiles and says, Lilo cannot answer you. She is one
fantastic.
of the overseers of your trials.
Cool. All right.
Go ask Gwydion.
I know, Gwydion. Beatrice very unelegantly, shocker, is just going to, from where she's in a group with them, just yell, Owen, run away! Like, just yell.
Owen will come over and just be like, "You summoned me, milady."
Stop it. I'll
What?
Is everything all
Putting
right?
you in the position of power this time.
I have a choice, and I feel like you should get a say in that choice, kind of. I'm going to give
You
you
what?
3 options. You're going to tell me which options you like.
Ooh,
I can get better with fairy kind of stuff. I could get better with life and death. Or I could see the past and future sometimes when I'm asleep and sometimes in water. I think it's a long explanation that I can't reiterate clear enough.
well, those all sound really cool.
Yeah, I have to pick one.
What do they entail? Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
all that you
No
get
one's
to
told
know?
me yet. So
You
it's
didn't ask
one-
questions for once.
I asked so many questions, literally all the time. One is the power over life and death, which is a type of magic. Owen, you remember we've asked for it before.
Right.
I'm pretty sure also, yeah. So it's like helping life and then being able to summon the dead. I don't know.
That sounds
Sounds like what you've
That one's
been
pretty cool.
using.
There's fairy stuff, so stuff that would help us with the fairy. That
We've
was
got an upcoming war.
the giant
Mhm.
dog thing that I stopped, which was fun.
Did what?
And then seeing the future, but that one's kind of
I
I
feel
don't-
like in all the stories I've heard about future telling, it's always bad. But
yeah,
those
I'm not sure I want to know the
fables and-
future, to be honest. Yeah, no, future's out of the running. Okay.
Sounds stressful to me, honestly.
So
Like,
it's summon the dead and help with life. I'm not sure what that entails. Or fairy. If y'all split, I'm gonna kill you both.
They both sound useful. I
mm,
mean, apparently you turned away a giant devil dog, but you
wonder how it's
also
doing.
saved my life.
Because I'm still near Vivane. She turns again to Vivane. So, if I pick one, does that exclude all others? Do I lose the abilities that I already have in the ones? Because, like,
She
I
shakes
have
her
some
head.
abilities that work at fantastic. So, I can't use them?
It excludes nothing.
It excludes nothing. Fantastic. Turns back. That's like the most awkward.
Owen blinks like she
in the
didn't
center of a
notice anything.
figure eight.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to see the future. I don't care enough. Do we need the fairy stuff?
I mean, honestly, like Aaron, we said, both could be useful, but there's also a possibility that I don't know what I'm gonna be taught, so I don't know if I'll be able to learn some of those things as well. But also, I feel like any choice I make is gonna feel kind of selfish for me, because either I say, "Ooh, let's learn more about fairies," you know, like me. Or, oh, you should get good at, death stuff so that maybe we can go to Gaul and find where my father's buried. So, I feel like. I don't know.
Like, fairy stuff is gonna be useful for right now because of the veil thinning, but life and death is something that you're gonna be dealing with your whole life. everyone lives, everyone dies, everyone gets hurt. So, if you're allowed to study other things, it might be good to do the thing that will be helpful immediately, but it could also be helpful to get a head start on the thing that you're going to be dealing with for your whole life. That wasn't very helpful, and it's not a straight answer.
It's fine. It's the same. Everybody gave essentially the same answer.
I could find a flower.
No, you're good.
You could
And-
find a
Good.
And then we
You're
could be like,
good. I'm gonna
life and
figure
death,
it out. I'm gonna
fairy.
figure it
Life and
out.
death, fairy. Life and death.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna
Mary.
walk away. I'm walking away from Owen, sitting and doing the thing on the
He's done
flowers.
with us.
I don't even have an actual
Fine.
flower. She's just miming it.
She doesn't actually have a flower. She's just pretending.
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't find one yet.
Um,
She's just like, you could do this. You could totally do this. This is how it would work, you see.
So, at the risk of being a constant disappointment to you, because I'm pretty sure that's what this is going to do, based on your reaction of it. Looking at Vivian. Because you didn't seem pleased when you say it, and I swear that's not the only reason.
What is your answer? Sorry.
Life and death.
She nods. Very well.
Sorry, I know that's not what you were hoping for.
It aligns with things. And with that, she says, this way. And the whole group ends up going to the other side of the hill fort. And you basically find your way towards what looks like in the side of the hill, there's a tomb.
Yeah,
Large cave, and to its side a nice large rock that's been rolled out of the way.
Cool. Alright, Vivian. What am I looking at?
Your trial.
That's it.
Not quite. She motions to Lilo, who smiles and pulls out a little leather pouch she has. And she starts to put some kind of strange, like, freckled mist in her hand. It has, like salt and
shit.
pepper look to it.
Okay. I'm gonna. So everyone's with us, right?
Yeah, everyone's watching.
Everyone's watching. I was like, are they standing next to me? Was more my question, but that answered the question. Because they're not near enough to me, correct? They're like.
I think at this point, yeah, it would be like the three and you. You could, I mean, I don't know though. I'm not gonna answer for Odin. They're on me. No one's been asked to move aside yet.
Absolutely.
It's okay.
Owen, mind your own business? Hardly.
I mean, if, Beatrice didn't tell her to... Well, no, Beatrice left. But if Owen's going forward, Aranwi will be kind of, like, hanging
Well, yeah,
a little
so
bit
I'm
back.
currently
Like,
standing
are we
with
supposed to
Lilo
be here?
Vivian ahead.
Lilo, Vivian, and Vivian, yeah.
She had they been there, she would have reached sideways, but she's going to grab her own hands, kind of clasp them in front of her, but she's sitting and squeezing.
With that, Vivian says, Lilo will enact the next step. It's
I had a
important
feeling.
that you close your eyes and take a deep breath.
I knew that was what it was gonna be. Alright. She doesn't say anything. She just is gonna look at Olwen and Aranwi for a second. And then she's going to close her eyes.
Lilo takes her hand out and blows the mist right in your face. At first, like, you want to cough. You want to respond like you had just ingested like salt and pepper, and it smells. There's something very earthy about whatever this mixture is.
Oh, did I just breathe in
it's
ash?
grave dirt.
Ew.
Gross.
I breathed
Hold it
in
in,
a
Beatrice,
person.
don't cough.
Alright. Keep going. Sorry.
Make a Constitution roll, please.
Oh no, you're making me roll for how good I'm. Take a breath.
We're gonna give you a power over life and death. We're gonna kill you first, though.
Why is my con so
Hey.
high?
Kimrick.
Oh.
Yeah.
You passed. Excellent. You feel tired. Like you just finished a spell, kind of tired.
Mm-hmm.
The sleep calls for you, but you stay awake. You feel your knees buckle a little bit, but you manage to hold out. With that, Lilo kind of takes you by the back and says, "Come now, lovely.
Oh no.
Let us continue." And with that, she starts to guide you towards the tomb.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. Everything's cool.
Great.
This is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she'll go. She already agreed to do this. She going.
Okay. She walks you into the tomb, and you can make an awareness test, but you're not exactly looking
not
all
exactly
about. You don't have your
aware.
wits about you. You feel very, very fatigued.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not a clue. Okay.
She guides you over what is clearly skeletal remains of the dead. And once you're in about halfway into the tomb, she helps you lie down.
Yep.
Okay. With that, she begins to walk back out. Once she's out, Vivian says, "Is she resting?" And Lilo nods. Vivian says, "Very well. I will seal the tomb then."
Does she have supplies in there? Food or water?
She does not.
How long is she gonna stay in there?
Until her trial is over.
So, did she do trials like in her sleep or something? It's like a dream.
Yes, like a dream.
Well,
And she's gonna be okay, right?
she better be. And
Witch
Owen's
ladies just
like,
lie. Just lie to me, witch ladies.
Mhm.
Come on.
Owen's like staring at them with like
Yeah.
this defiant, like
Vivian
stare.
My
Vivian
intuition says
says,
you can pull it off.
She has made a choice.
It's not really answering the question, though.
Oh. And was she really given a choice to not make a choice?
She smiles. I trust in her perseverance.
I trust her very well, she says pointedly.
Alright, let's go. Trusting Beatrice. It's a plus whatever modifier to my normal trusting, right?
Do you have a trusting Beatrice distinct?
Yeah, it
what
was
are they
a
called?
Directed trait?
Directed trait.
directed
there we go.
trait.
Yeah. You have one? If you do, yeah. You apply that to. So if you have like a 5 in it and you have a 10 in trusting, you'd have a 15 in trusting.
And it's a... Okay. I've succeeded on trusting Beatrice.
Hooray!
I have a... My trusting in general is a 7.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, buddy.
That would have been a crit without the directed trait. So I will give
Wow.
I'll give you a tick on that.
Oh.
Before you're just
Wrong.
suspicious 16 here coming up. Which might be accurate. We'll see. You'll probably have trusting and suspicious done by the end of this year. So okay. So with that in mind, we're gonna cut over to like we're gonna stay with Aaron, me, and Olwen for a minute. Lilo says, I think Beatrice will be just fine, but we are likely here for a few days now.
It's fine. Stay with her as long as she needs.
Awareness roll to Eranmi and Olwen.
I love awareness. I failed awareness.
That's fair.
I failed awareness.
Okay, no, fair enough.
Oh gang.
What do the two of you want to do as you wait? This probably feels like I imagine the feeling would be, you trust Beatrice, but as hours go by and you're like, you might find yourself wandering back by the cave to make sure no one's screaming inside, things like that.
I feel like Owen very pointedly trusts Beatrice, and it's just like, even though Vivian hasn't really done anything to make herself untrustworthy, she hasn't exactly done anything to do the opposite, and her friend is just kind of unconscious in a tomb.
Without food or water.
Without food or water. And so
Fair.
Yeah.
I think as the days wear on, Aranwi's getting like more and more like pacey, like going back and forth and checking on the tomb and being like,
Give me a...
I think Aranwi and Owen like pass each other. They don't say anything, because if they say anything, it's like it's real and they've acknowledged it. But like they kind of like make eye contact as they sort of subconsciously like switch shifts, as it were.
Yeah.
Sorry, were you gonna say make a roll, Bob?
A hunting roll, please.
I
may both add 5 to this.
Oh,
I love adding 5.
Thank you, Bob. You are generous and kind.
I succeeded.
Hell yes.
In tick hunting?
Yes. Okay, I was just about to ask.
I'm about to roll my 6 hunting now. Oh, Bob, I failed. Did you know? Did you know I was gonna fail hunting?
Yeah. You get a +5. I got a 6. Well, yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's fair.
It's not 0.
So, I think just as Olwen is coming and Eranmi is going, so to speak, because you're going back and forth. I hate you, Rebecca, so much. I need to go to bed.
Just gonna leave Beatrice in the cave for another week.
Yeah. So as you're passing one another, I think Aronby looks down and you see a footprint in the mud, barefoot. Now, no one you're with is barefoot.
Oh, okay. You said barefoot, and I was like,
Oh,
No, not like a bear, the
Steve.
animal, but a bear looks like a
B-A-R-E foot.
Yeah, and a small one.
A small.
Oh, smaller in size, yeah.
Like say like a teenager's.
Yeah, it could be.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Romi's gonna kind of look at it, and then look over at Olwen, who probably has kind of small feet, and be like, "Did you take off your shoes at any point?"
I mean, no, recently. It's a little bit damp out here, and not a lot
Kinda
of
muddy.
squishy grass to feel.
All right. Bob, are there any other footprints? Like, what direction are they heading? And
Okay. It looks like it's heading like so around the hill, so not towards the town. It's like you only go outside of the town far enough to hit the tomb, and then you go back to the town and spend your normal thing. Occasionally, I guess you knights probably go out on patrol to make sure nothing's wrong. This one's going around the bend, so this would be an area that seems like this is not someone. Now most of the land is dry, so it's hard to track. But it looks like it's going away from town, not towards town, and away from the tomb, right? Because it's kind of like a little past the tomb.
all right. Well, this is something to take our mind off of pacing. So I think Aran, we will like really hone in on this and be like, well, that's weird. And she starts like kind of trying to like follow the general trajectory of the prince.
Of Prince Melis?
The footprints.
Yeah,
like-
Prince Melwis. Where
I'm
is
like, what?
is he barefoot?
I'm like, that
Almost had an Animaniacs moment.
Yeah, so you follow the positioning of it. Do you explain anything to Olwen?
Yeah, I mean, she asked like, "Are you barefoot?" So
Yeah.
follow
Okay.
up is,
Yeah.
"There's feet here."
You start looking around, kind of thing. Okay, this
Yeah.
you can give me an awareness test around me, then, if you're going about looking.
See anyone, Olwen? Oh my god, I
Just-
succeeded.
Hell yes. Just you, I think. I've just been feel like maybe I've just been more focused on looking inwards rather than yeah.
It's hard to see, but you see her like in a nearby tree. Like, you see just a little glint of like ginger colored hair and eyes peering out.
In like a alarming way, or just in a like, there's a strange person in the woods kind of way?
Trusting versus suspicious.
Don't ask me to do that. Well, hey, it's not that weird. So I think Aranwi's going to like still kind of hold a hand back in front of Olwen. You know, like when you've got pizza boxes in your passenger seat and you slam on the brake. Olwen's the pizza boxes.
Been there.
I like to call that the soccer mom reaction.
Aranwi's gonna soccer mom Olwen, but not in a like get the fuck down, but more in a like hang on kind of way. And she's gonna step forward.
Yeah.
Hello?
Owen's gonna try and follow the trajectory because I don't think she's picked up on it yet. What is it?
There's someone in that tree there. And she's gonna, like, point.
There's a sigh,
Should we
and
go
then
say hi?
you can hear the sigh, and then like immediately after the sigh, a figure drops down in front of you, like at a distance.
Oh my gosh, it's Mafanwi!
I thought so.
I
Hi.
met Mafanwi. I was trapped in hell for most of the Fanwy scenes.
She
and I
was
think
she was
made
around.
You had
but
the least limited interaction, which is why I gave you the trusting versus suspicious rather than a recognized roll. You can, however,
Right.
make a recognized roll +5 just to see.
Oh, thank you for that +5.
Yeah,
It failed.
So fun. It's like you remember her, and obviously, you know what I'm gonna say. It's like it takes you a little longer. But you're like, obviously, this looks like a similar image to Olwyn,
Mhm.
right? So,
Yeah, she's gonna like squint and kind of like look over to Olwyn and then back at Mafanwi and go like, "Aren't she? Isn't she?"
Yeah, she's the one that we met in Ferry. She guided us. You weren't there. You were with the other group, but she guided us to the ransom with Prince Melwis.
Right. Well,
And then when you
she'll
were
kind
gone, at the wedding, when we were here sealing it up, this area,
Wow.
she was here as well.
Well, it's. She turns to her. Good to meet you. Properly, I guess. My name's Aranwi. Wait. No, I don't think she knows about the Fae and the names thing. My name's Aranwi.
yeah, Mafanwi.
Owen.
You live around these parts since you've been here twice now?
No, I'm here though.
So true.
It's good to see you again.
You failed suspicious. We'll leave it at that. We won't get all shifty-eyed about that. But yeah, it seems very coincidental that she'd end up here twice. What brings you back here? It's not midsummer yet already, is it?
I don't think so. I think it's early spring.
Is it?
It's not midsummer, yeah. Interesting.
Our friend is doing something. But I don't really understand it. But we're not allowed to disturb her or anything.
So we're just kind of waiting here.
Very well.
What are you doing here?
Keeping an eye on things here in Summerlin.
Is
You
there
like a
something
guardian?
special about-
No, just a watcher, I think.
Is there something special about midsummer?
What did they not tell you? The ritual isn't performed here every year at midsummer. This becomes a site for the site to the other side.
Oh, that's every year.
Yes,
Definitely.
it must be maintained. Did no one tell you?
I feel like if a certain friend of ours were here, she would say, "Nobody tells us anything."
She frowns and nods. I can relate.
Really?
Where is The one that traveled with Merlin. Where have they gone?
I mean, Bronwyn?
Yes, that one.
Uther called a muster. She was the one that ended up being sent. She's in Cornwall. What now?
The attack on Cornwall. Yes.
You care about that, aren't you? And she kind of like looks at Fanwy's ears, just like making sure.
Yeah.
You're
He's an elf.
Harry, aren't you? You care about Cornwall and all that?
She looks conflicted in her reaction to that. I care about order. The king, if he is not careful, will send this realm into chaos.
I see.
We're trying to avoid that. We were told about what was happening with the mists. Do you know anything about that?
Intrigue tests.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Alright, watch this. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get it. Oh my god.
Oh, sad.
Can I have like one geniality?
Right? I would have done it, wouldn't I?
Please?
I've succeeded.
You just sense from her that she's well aware, but she doesn't really admit it quickly or openly. So there's silence to your question. But it's obvious that she's well aware and has opinions.
I know you've no reason to, especially given suspicions that might be ad. But I want you to be able to trust me, because she'll kind of look away for a moment. I trust you. And I'd like us to be able to be allies. Or something, you know. I mean, I know we're not... I know... Or maybe at least friends.
She nods to that. Who are you, Olwen?
I'm the daughter of Taliesin and whatever we decided my mother's name is.
You could probably just say her, she, and that won't be misinterpreted at
Taliesin,
all.
wasn't I? And that's really it. Niece of Melior and Llewellyn. Heir to the Manor of Barrowcrest. That's what I am. I don't know if that's who I am.
Did you ever meet her?
No. The prince said I look like her. But I also kind of... And she'll kind of... like, probably turn crimson, like, match her hair. And... I also kind of look like... you?
the second Olwen says that, something like clicks together in Aranwi's brain and everyone can see it. She might not be right, but she does kind of like look at Mifanwi and like, hang on. You care about order, though.
Yeah. But it wouldn't necessarily be the first time that there's been someone on another side that has been related.
Did she used to be Sealy?
Okay, I need two
This is
things.
kind of a general
First
question.
thing, I need a fairy lore check for something real quick.
From both of us?
Yeah.
Oh God. Could I invoke an honor for a passion for this scene?
I've succeeded.
Maybe
We're getting to
loyalty
you
gathering.
soon, Emily. Sorry, I know it's late for you. We're getting to you soon.
Hello. Nice. Get me that 5. I still fail.
No!
Waste of a passion. I've got it for the scene.
Yeah. So, I mean, for Olwen, something about it in your knowledge of fairy lore, you're just aware that the silly would harmonize with the ideas of order, the unsilly with the ideals of chaos. And then I'll get an intrigue test from both of you now.
Okay.
All right.
I think at this point, I am
loyalty.
gonna...
Bob, can I please have a point of genealogy, please? For the love of God.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call upon...
What do you have for directed traits for Aranwi?
Aranwi, I have suspicious Salisbury folk, suspicious Governant of my dead knight, and trusting Beatrice. I'm suspicious of a lot of people except for Beatrice, whom I trust with my life.
You have a specific one for me?
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
You were there when I rolled it. Also, it's maxed out. It is the highest.
It was due to the protection spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I want to roll a passion. Fuck it.
Of family?
Yeah, I could roll love family. That's my lowest, so there's no...
My love of family.
I mean, I don't want to say there's no risk, but it's not like my... I think love of family would apply here, in my mind. Hopefully, with my fingers crossed. Does that gel?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's a success. Cool. All right.
Okay. Intrigue.
And that's a success too, baby.
One of us.
One of us.
Two of us if I'd had my geniality, Bob.
All right. Not a feast.
Suck.
You should be able to get geniality everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my trail rations. Now it's a feast.
Yum nom 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 nom. Mmm. Whole spices.
Wow. +1 genealogy.
Okay, so I think the moment, like, Aranwi, you can choose to guess at the reaction one way or the other. It's just not obvious to you. Olwen, you sense when Aranwi asks that question to her reaction and the way she moves past it quickly tells you yes, that is the case.
I'm gonna roll trusting versus suspicious to see how Aranwi interprets that. Wow.
Don't let us down with that suspicious tick. Yep, there we go. I knew you were gonna get
Hey.
And also
glory.
I agree with Olwen. I'm correct.
Yeah, 100%. That's fair. It's like, you're like, well, I'm not sure what that meant, but I'm still pretty certain that's the case, so I'm gonna find it. All right. So, with that, she says, "Then you've been alerted to the war. Know that if things get worse, if things continue to get a lot worse, there will be no border. The world you know will join ours. The Wildlands."
That's really dangerous, though. I feel like me from a few years ago would have felt that was really exciting. But I've seen things since to know that it might be best if that doesn't happen.
He nods. I need to go now.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Please?
She just kind of looks down for a moment, looks back up. I don't know if you would, even if you could.
Just tell us.
We would try, or I would at least. You helped us in Ferry. Why wouldn't I return the favor to you?
Because it would mean abandoning the way you live here in Summerlin.
Well, we can't agree to it if we don't know what's at stake.
The worst thing we can do is refuse like you think we will. But you can't say yes if we don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she gets a little cranky, like you can see it on her. That she just says,
Sorry.
"You don't understand.
Can't understand it if you don't help us, my family.
The world you wish for is not safe. Summerlin calls for a balance. There is no balance. Not with her at the helm. Your people will continue to fail. And as they do, things will become more dangerous. There is no bright future.
Then help us fix it. Tell us what we need to do, or at least help us have a choice.
You choose every day, whether you know it or not.
And you're choosing not to give us the choice right now.
She nods.
You've made our decision for us, Fanway. Please don't doubt us.
What your king wants, what the ladies of the lake wish, it will not protect you. You must sever this world from ours. Forever.
Completely.
Completely.
Is there even a way to do that?
I don't know.
You're right. That would mean I'd never see you again.
far, far more worrisome things than that. Owen.
Not to me.
She looks like kind of like uncomfortable with that, and she's just like, I have to return. I have things to look after.
Right.
Good luck to your friend.
And good
And
luck
to
to you. If you need help, you know where we are.
With that, she starts off, and you notice like the way she moves. It seems like she's moving at a regular pace, but she's moving faster, and it's
1,000 League Boots.
right. It's like she's walking at a pace that doesn't seem fast, and yet in a matter of moments, she's a fair distance away, almost out of sight. Olwen, test your spiritual for me.
Mhm.
You're impassioned, don't forget that.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, we had geniality, right?
Right?
Geniality.
I think I heard Bob agree to it.
What?
I failed. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, Bob totally agreed.
I'll totally
Anyways, I
give us,
passed
like-
like 2 different crits actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Retroactively speaking.
I think that represents Owen being caught up in the emotion of things. You can take worldly.
Join me.
Worldly. You.
You and me, worldly buddies. We don't care about that fey shit.
I care so much. Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, she definitely caught up in the emotion.
This isn't, by the way, this isn't Bob trying to be mysterious for you guys. I'll just throw that caveat out and making sure that everyone speaks in veils. Those who are going to speak in veils, which, I mean, you guys deal with a lot of secrets here, and so this seems to be yet another.
Magic ladies.
Fucking Faye.
That's why we should talk to Melwitz more. He's a straight shooter. He just says
Yeah,
trees.
nothing going on with his lineage.
We know about that, though.
I know!
About that.
I know!
It's not a secret! Ellis has not kept a single secret from me. He just straight up said, fuck the king. Both of them. I respect that. Anyway.
Both of them.
with the failure, you still end up with a tick on a new talent called Glamour.
Magique. That's under skills, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
Glamour.
innate. To some degree, it's innate to the Fae, right?
Uh-huh. So it's a 0 with a tick?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool beans.
Let's go to Beatrice now.
Hello.
Your eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself in the midst of a dark cave. As you look around, you can see light coming from one end of the tunnel. You can test awareness for me.
Yep, I would like to. My scores aren't great. I succeeded.
You see, as you look out into the light, you see a figure. They have a long black cloak on. Everything about their features is obscured to you by that cloak. You can feel your curiosity and fear both tug at your heart. Please test either reckless or valorous versus, what is it? Cowardly? Is that what it is?
Cowardly? Yeah, cowardly. Here's cowardly. Why? Excuse you.
Right?
We're gonna do valorous. If this fails, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh.
I'm so mad.
Geniality?
Stay where I am, I guess.
Yeah, Bob.
Tonight is the night of geniality. It seems
Do I get
like.
a jerk bonus for me being a jerk and going into this anyway? Oh god.
Yeah.
If I fail this at the end of all of this, I'm mad. Alright. So I don't move, I'm assuming.
I think you hesitate to move. Your curiosity is there for sure, but you find yourself a bit paralyzed.
Okay.
After a couple of moments pass, please take 5 damage.
Oh. This is that kind of trial, okay. I'm sorry, so hit points, I just count up until I get to my con, right?
Right. So you go from 0 to 5.
Okay. So that was... Okay. Hadn't cleared it from the last time I was in battle, which was forever ago.
It's well over your con, though. It will be like your con with multipliers, so I can't remember what it is. It's like your strength and con or your size and con, maybe.
So...
Whatever that number for health is, I think, I want to say, on your sheet.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel like almost like a headache that almost sends you reeling off your feet.
Okay.
And in a way, it sends you kind of a bit forward as you stumble. You catch yourself on the wall, and as you look up, you can see the figure, her pale and ethereal face, just slightly showing in the dim light.
On the ceiling?
No.
No.
Just up ahead.
I misunderstood that. I was like, what?
Her pale and ethereal face is showing.
Okay.
Like a bit of it, like her chin. Like you don't see the rest.
Figure ahead of me. Okay.
She raises her hand in greeting. And you notice that her fingers are adorned with silver rings set with glittering
I
gems.
will also raise my hand in greeting.
Without speaking, the sorceress leads you. You continue to what looks like a grave site, the center of what looks like a graveyard. There's fog all around you. You hear the sound of stone doors creaking open at her touch. You see rows of flickering candles and a circle of skulls arranged on the ground in this building. Almost like a mausoleum, right? But that wouldn't be something you'd be familiar with.
Yeah.
Surrounded by sigils you can't quite decipher. Give me a sight test.
Yep. I don't have a single bonus that would help with this, do I?
You can always test a passion.
I meant passion, sorry.
Yeah. You always got that horse god.
Yeah, you know what? If there was ever a time to call on Horse God, please, Horse God. Thank you, Horse God. All right. So that's sight plus 2?
Say plus
5.
5.
5. Okay.
2, 5, sir. 5.
All right. You sense magic all around you. It's darker than the aura that you tend to see. You see the sorceress enter very carefully around the candles into the circle. And then the figure turns to you and with her ringed fingers motions.
Okay. And she will step forward. We're trying to keep a very brave face right now.
As you enter the circle, I will get you to make a spiritual test.
Do I get my bonus?
You do.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Okay, that you take right away.
Ah.
I forgot you were
What a weird thing to crit on.
famously spiritual. Yeah, I forgot you were.
Yeah, I was already
Or,
spiritual.
or wait, hold on. That's with the +5. You're only 11. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm 11.
Okay. Make a note of that. So as you walk through the candles, you can see a skull at the center. It wasn't there when you were on the outside of the circle. And at first, for a second, it looks normal, but then it begins to glow like an otherworldly light. And a deep rumbling sound begins to fill the air. The sound grows louder, and the ground beneath you begins to shake. You see shadows of figures rising up from the earth. You know for certain these are spirits of the dead, summoned forth by the sorceress's incantations. Their eyes glowing with an eerie light. Test valorous versus cowardly.
Odd question. Do I add the 5 to both of them?
No, you would add
Or
it
just
where if you're using it as a means of being brave, you can apply it to your valorous.
You knew exactly which one I was going to try and use it for. I didn't even use it. I don't even think I put it in. I didn't even put it in. Thanks, Valorous.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
So
For both successes.
I think for a moment you begin to panic, and maybe you could tell us what that panic looks like. You're going to regain control with a past
Yeah.
valorous. What does that fear
So
look like?
I think just based on the situations that Beatrice has been in, it's like instead of looking at the person, she's looking more around. Like her eyes are kind of darting around,
Mm-hmm.
and she's kind of gripping on her own hands, kind of thing. Like she's probably breathing a little bit faster, and she's eyes darting, gripping onto her clothes, something, and kind of like pulling into herself a little bit. And then once she calms herself down, she'll kind of put her shoulders back, stand straighter, looks dead on again, and kind of get it under wraps again.
Okay. That moment of hesitation stays with you, and you feel a brief sense of dread. You take 1 more damage.
Yeah.
You see those spirits, and they begin to emanate that same eerie glow that the skull did. They begin to spin around you in rapid succession. You can feel the air in your lungs parting from you. You try to remind yourself to breathe. And you can see your vision begins to blur and thin. Please, once more, test Valorous versus Cowardly. This time, you have to add a +5 to your Cowardly. You may
Making sure to
still
add
add the +5 to your Valorous.
I was gonna say, I was like, I'm gonna add the. I forgot last time. I'm not forgetting again. Damn it. Okay.
Okay. Your Valorous, in this case, the higher number matters. That's the damage previously. You begin to feel a sense that like you need to escape this circle to get air to breathe. But then the sorceress just remains calm in the center, unmoving. And as you stand there on what feels like what could be your last breath, those spirits begin to manifest into almost like a physical form. And then just as quickly as they manifest into the form, they fade. You find the air in your lungs again as you breathe. You see the smile of the sorceress. She looks to you. It's an all too familiar smile. She lowers her hood so that you can see her mother's face.
I don't smile back.
You've witnessed the power of necromancy, she says. Use it wisely and with caution, for it's a double-edged sword that can cut both ways. With that, she fades into the mist. You find yourself standing before the flickering candles in the memory of the dead. What do you do?
So I'm in the circle with the candles around it, or just there's candles in front of me.
Yeah, you're like in before the circle of candles that you entered. That skull is still there in the center. And you're alone.
I'm alone. I walk to where the skull is. And I just reach out and touch it, like with the tip of longest finger.
You find yourself reaching out as you touch the skull. You stand in the center of town. It's the middle of day. You're dehydrated, or rather, very thirsty, very cold, very stiff. And the sun hurts your eyes.
Is there anyone around?
No one that you can see.
I remember where the well is, right?
Yeah.
It's water. Yeah, I don't think she goes to anyone right away.
You're gonna go to the well?
Mhm.
Okay.
She wanted to get herself water. Walk it off.
Please give me. You already critted spiritual, so we'll go to that in a second. But please give me, I guess, an awareness test. But you can still use. This is the same scene, so you can still use your horse god.
Ooh, horse god. By the way, for any viewers, horse god's name is Rhiannon. I just have picked up saying horse god.
It does show in your deity Rhiannon thing for love, so they do get to see that
Okay,
part.
cool.
Yeah.
They do get to see that. I was like, these people have no idea what this god's actual name is. So I just shout horse god every time.
Yeah, it's true. We all do. It's become a meme at this point.
Horse god's great.
You raise the water as quickly as you can. You know, you're absolutely. You feel like if you don't drink soon, you know, death will come for you, especially with everything that you've just been through. And you find yourself quickly pulling the bucket up as quickly as you can and beginning to drink from it. You drink and you drink and you drink.
Oh,
When you're done, you take a breath again. As you look into the water, you see the face of Vivian looking back at you. She smiles, nods. And that is
like looking
the
up.
last for a very long time anyone will see Vivian. Well, anyone here anyways.
Glad to know that the last thing I said to her was an implication of not trusting her at all.
When I'm looking, when I see her, and when Beatrice realizes that like she's clearly not standing next to her,
Mhm.
like she is like, however that worked, she's just going to say, "What did you do?" If she doesn't get an answer, she doesn't answer, kind of thing.
There's no answer. But you hear behind you, Gwydion. Beatrice? How did you get out of the tomb? Everybody, Beatrice is out.
Why do you have to
Beatrice is
say
here.
everybody?
Yeah, you can hear he's in the center of town, basically near, not
Yeah.
Owen comes running. Like the second Gwydion says anything, she's just like full force, like
Ronway looks like about to like give you a hug and then like what? Walks it back. You okay?
Remembers who
I
she's
think-
talking to.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I
like,
think
oh, person I like.
exactly what happens is Aranwi's like a little bit in front of Olwen, and as Aranwi like steps back, like Olwen just darts right past her and like full force hugs Beatrice.
I think as you do, though, as you both get within like a few feet of her, even she reeks of death.
Yeah.
You all right?
I don't know if that stops the hug. initially.
Yeah,
but
the aftermath
but
is probably fun.
yeah. Oh,
Recoil after?
a little bit. I can actually hang on. I'm gonna test courtesy really quick to see how.
Yeah, let's
I'm
both test
guessing that this is
courtesy.
a different scene, so I'm not still impassioned, right?
Oh my god,
Correct.
I finally critted.
Hey,
I'm
there
not
you go.
saying shit.
Incredible.
You put it on courtesy.
Oh my god, I take
I've succeeded on courtesy, so
Tonight, where he goes next.
Rail's gonna be so proud of me.
Beatrice, I'm slowly stepping away, but in a very courteous manner.
In a very courteous.
So
It was a very courteous grimace.
yeah, I'm so glad that you're all right. What happened?
How'd you get out?
It's a lot. I don't actually know the answer to that question.
Quelle surprise.
Yeah. It's a lot. Not really sure how I feel about it yet.
Are you hungry? Are you feeling alright?
I would like
Yes.
to bathe, and I would like to eat. I'm gonna look at. I assume I don't know if Lilo is still there.
Yeah, like everyone starts to gather now, having seen that you come out. I don't know why, Rebecca, but that is like ASMR level sound catching right now. I'm not sure
Why?
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry. Why is
It's
my
so
mic
good.
so sensitive tonight? I'm
I don't
so
know.
sorry.
Your mic wants you to do ASMR.
Yeah.
Rebecca's like, oh, I've got food. Not Beatrice, though.
Not Beatrice though.
Yeah, sorry. Aranwi is going to, like, if we have, like, trail rations or stuff, she'll, like, grab some and, like, immediately hand it to Beatrice, like, you want some hardtack? Clack, clack. Some dried fruit. Probably
Crab
better.
luck. That's what I was eating.
All right.
She'll look at Lilo, and I don't know if y'all can hear the cat currently screaming at me. I'm so sorry. She's going to look at Lilo and whoever else is still there from that group.
It's Lilo,
group of
Hafina are both
witches.
here. Yep.
Are Nineveh
Yes.
and Nimue?
Yep. The two of the folk from Avalon are here. So is Padarn.
Was Padarn there before?
Well, he traveled with you. Yeah.
Okay,
It's like they're
okay.
gathering slowly into the town, like
Okay.
the Squidian has a
She'll
loud
look
mouth.
at
He wants to.
the gathering of witches over there in the corner. She'll kind of look at them.
That's our next chapter, Gathering of Witches.
I was gonna make the same joke. Yeah. Chapter 2.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain whatever that.
Lilo cuts you off and says, "You don't. That's for you, my dear."
Oh, I still have questions. You know me well enough to know that, at least.
She nods. I wouldn't expect anything else.
Because I feel like people should have told me some things before I went on whatever that was. She starts walking towards the town. Like, she's not talking to anybody. She, like, kind of lovingly extricates herself from Olwen.
As you do, you see like Padarn's there and he's looking around. As you start to pass him, he says, "Has anyone seen Vivian? I can't find Vivian." He looks like pretty nervous about it.
I did.
He stops. Like as you say that, he stops. Pardon?
I saw her.
Darn.
Where? Where is she? He looks around again.
She's gonna kind of look around and then kind of look to around me. Why don't you all go on ahead? please.
Right?
Okay.
Right. Yeah. And Aranwi will kind of like
Usher the
grab
people.
Olwen by the scruff if she must peel her
Grab
off
the
of
people.
Beatrice.
As you
And
wish, lady.
Beatrice is going to try and keep Padarn there as well as Nineveh. If they want to keep Nimue there, I don't care.
Yeah, I think Nimue is just at Nineveh's side at this point.
Yeah.
Nineveh.
She was at the end of it. Well, not even the end of it. It was over. I got to the well. She was in the water. I could see her reflection in the water. She wasn't near me. But her reflection was in the water, and she smiled and nodded. I'm hoping you all know something.
Padarn says, "What?" He looks over to Nineveh, who just kind of frowns back at Padarn. And then Nimue speaks up and says, "She's gone now to build her own future." And Padarn's like, Without me, I thought I was to be for a charge. I swore an oath. What am I going to do now?"
Oh, darn.
And Nineveh says, "Consider your oath complete. You're free to do as you wish, Sir Knight."
What are you going to do?
You say that to Padarn after?
Mm-hmm. Because she's known Padarn longer than anyone here. Padarn and Muvane.
You see him, and his eyes seem to go into almost like a look of madness. He he takes a ring off his finger and throws it into the well. And then you see him move quickly away. In a few moments, you see him begin to ride off into the wilderness.
Oh no, did he fail a passion?
Were they married?
I think that Padarn and Branwyn should be best friends. They were both ditched by some magical person just out of the blue. Just like,
oh
I'm
my
done.
god,
Bye.
that's so
And
upsetting.
Ronwy and Olwen are
Can I
like
get the ring?
elsewhere, right?
Elsewhere.
God.
You want to fish for the ring?
Yeah.
It's gone in the well, so you'd have to spend some time, but you could probably
I
retrieve
will.
it.
I'll want it back someday, probably.
That's mine now.
To bathe anyway. Might as well bathe in the well.
Yeah, might as well bathe in everyone's drinking water.
I
won't
mean,
make
they're
you
not going
roll,
to use
'cause
it.
It's just a matter of time till you succeed. Might be a long matter of time.
Yeah. Before she starts that whole endeavor, she kind of walks towards the edge and like kind of looks in. And then she's going to look at Nineveh. They were more than I thought they were, weren't they?
Perhaps. But not in the way you're thinking. We have an oath we take.
I get the oath thing. I just... you just broke him, right?
Intrigue roll.
Let's do it. Do I still have my
Are you
plus
still in
5?
passion?
Yep. Yeah, I'll give that to you.
I really was like, Bob. please. Ooh, that's a 4 on all 5. Success. Thank you for that +1.
1 sec. Just want to check something here. Perfect. You see a dark side to Nineveh. A side that tells you not only does she not care that she broke him, there's a slight look of enjoyment in that.
Ma'am!
Hello? A
I'll
sadist
level
in
a
our
gaze with
midst?
her. Okay,
I love her, actually.
so I will continue to pick up pieces because that seems to be what I do. And I get that we're starting anew. But you have my sister, and we've had this conversation.
The oath remains.
Still, I don't care what you enjoy. She'll just say it flat to her face. Like, I don't care what you enjoy. Don't let it rub off on my sister. I get the you have oaths,
You see a look
but I
of
don't think that's part of it.
there's like a mutual understanding kind of look from her, and she just nods.
Do what you will. I'll pick up the pieces. I'll figure it out, but not her.
She will be different. She will have to
She'll
be.
be better than all of us. Ideally. Look at Olwen. Things are getting better with time. Ronwy. Eventually they won't all
What
be
does this have
self-centered
to
like
do with
us.
Lord
And
Garanwi?
she's going to start like searching in the well while they're talking. She'll just like stick her arm in the water.
Good
She's still
joke,
talking.
Bob.
She's still listening. She just also has like shoulder deep in water.
Yeah.
Elegance at all times.
Yeah. She just nods. She doesn't seem off put by this. Again, she's kind of the
No, I don't
one
think the Beatrice totally is either at
that
this point.
she's the one that has more, I think that's an interesting thing for you because for the first time as you see this in her, you realize this is probably the one that you could relate to the most.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what as soon as that's acknowledged
Yeah.
to the two of them, I think that's Beatrice doesn't give off the like outward like I don't understand you and you frustrate me. Like she doesn't give off that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I saw who you were. Like so I think that she relaxed, for lack of a better describing word. Like she relaxed in that conversation, which is when she started sticking her arm down the well. Like she's talking to her like she's
Like her mask slipped a little bit.
so yeah, it's getting better in time. They'll be better than us.
With that, I think you're going to find your way, all of you are going to find your way back to Barrowcrest. For,
Or
I said four. I said
oh, okay.
Or all of us are like,
Or
Unless-
you all die. Or you
Unless
encounter
we're
just
giants
all
in the
die.
Awareness
forest.
tests,
Yeah.
everyone.
We're gonna
Or
make
did you all die?
a horsemanship.
Eranwi, tick honor.
I see. For why, sir?
There's been a couple points this last 2 episodes.
Yeehaw.
You're playing the role of their charge right now too and protecting them. Beatrice, obviously this is your big initiation. You have 2 new talents.
Okay.
Your talents are healing.
I have healing. Okay.
Do you have healing? What is your score
I
at
do have
healing?
healing.
What level do you have it at?
3.
3. It goes up to 7.
7. Okay. And the other one?
Necromancy at 10.
Yes!
You're all you all
Lovely
are so
boys!
I love you both so much. That's my immediate response to necromancy. It was
I
like,
love
yeah.
necromancy so much.
I think
Oh,
you deserve to be goth.
Yeah.
Freaky.
Yeah.
like Emily
That's
deserves
what
some
every
goth
teenage girl
back.
deserves.
Emily, I was a goth teenage girl. This is
Hell
like a
yeah.
dream come true. All right.
I was goth in
And
my
a horse
heart.
girl.
And a
It's
horse
everything.
girl. I'm a goth
Yeah.
horse girl, and I got
You-
all
you
the things.
Get those like Black Beauty horses.
Oh, Black Beauty.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
my heart. You ever watch that movie? It's so sad. I read
Yes.
the book.
Alan Cumming
Oh,
is the voice
God.
of
Yeah.
the horse, and he's
Just
so very
you
good.
want to emotionally destroy yourself. Watch Black Beauty.
Yeah, man. The
I
whole
avoided
Jerry's
it.
hands bit gets me like every time.
Yeah. Beatrice, you also gain a spiritual +1 automatically.
Out
Yeah,
of
makes
that,
sense.
so bump up spiritual by 1, and then that puts worldly down by 1.
Correct.
I'm at 12 and 8, guys. That's fun.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we're matching, but on the other side.
And I'm gonna correct what I said because I made a mistake in what I said. I'm just looking at my notes.
Yes.
Your honor goes up by 1.
Oh, it goes up by 1. I
Yeah.
don't tick it.
Correct.
Ooh.
Olwen, your love family goes up by 1.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Bro, if I
Oh.
fail honor, I get depresso.
Yeah.
But what level are you at now?
Yeah. 18. It's
Ooh.
I've been like famously honorable for a while,
while.
but I saw the 18 and I was like, oh,
Starting to feel the
yikes.
weight of it. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's like my hospitality and my loyalty branches are both 17. Could you imagine just like going into melancholy because you
Because
are
the
not
table setting's
hospitable
wrong.
enough? The table settings are in the wrong order. You don't
They're
put
slightly the wrong
salad
color. I'm
bar
gonna
on the
die.
inside.
Olwen, you can tick sight as well. Just tick it.
Yeah.
Join me.
Hooray. I'm gonna see
So-
so many things.
So just to distinguish too, like without spoiling too much, Olwen's magical abilities are innate to what she is. So they'll be very. She won't have the free smorgasbord of the full enchantress
Right.
capability. She'll have ones that are befitting of her entity as a fairy. Glamour being the most obvious because it's literally what glamour is. Like fairy magic, right? So
Right.
in this
Yeah.
setting,
Ain't no one
all magic
encroaching on
kind of comes from
anyone's
fairies,
territory.
though. So, all right. We're gonna do one more thing. I want to know what each of you would have done for the rest of this year. One key point and one thing you probably would have trained. We'll start with whoever
Not
wants to go
Winterfell?
first. Please volunteer.
Could I ask something
winter.
really quick
Mhm.
before we start?
Yeah.
Does Gwydion follow Padarn when Padarn just like
Gideon was
takes
friends with
off?
us, I
No,
thought.
his squire.
Yeah.
He tries to. He tries to run off,
Oh,
Bad
but he
boy.
returns. He returns
Okay.
defeated, and he ends up like
With a tummy ache.
Oh, baby boy.
he returns basically. He passes through Barrow Crestlet to check on Padar and see if he's there again. He's not, so he continues further south.
We've lost another squire to the wilds.
Okay. All right. I don't know if this would count. I don't know if this would count, but Olin would definitely want to like try to comfort him without babying him when that happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you want that? Like, I know it's a little bit weird to do it this way, but you're gonna have one interaction here that you get to focus on. Do you want it to be Gwydion, or do you want it to be something?
That's important to Olwen. Like,
Okay.
she's very much wanting like a family, and
I think test your hospitality. I know it's a little weird, but I think
no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't jinx it by our.
Or you know what? You can opt to roll hospitality if you want, but you're going to be testing your courtesy. That's what makes sense here.
Yeah, I can. I'll
can
test my
impassion it.
hospitality. Yeah. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe this just happened when we were just talking about it. I'm gonna go die now. I passed the Tucci on the right-hand side.
Oh no.
Do you just make it worse?
I cried. No, it's really bad. Like, I think I'm more than melancholy, right? Am I like
think you
insane
might be
right
in a
now?
bout of madness. Let me just confirm.
Oh no.
Olwen runs off into the woods and somehow loses her
Uh,
squire. She doesn't even have one,
She
but
doesn't even
she's
have a
lost
squire,
him.
but she gains one and loses one.
Hold on, we'll make this
Olwen
make
I can't
sense.
do
my
anything. I
squire
can't
into
do
the
anything
woods.
for Gwydion. I'm a failure. I'm awful.
No.
I'm terrible. I'm just gonna baby him.
16 to 19. Fumble, madness, 1d6 plus 5 days. Lose 1 point of passion. So you lose a point of your hospitality permanently. And I think this happens like Gwydion ends up you try to say the right things to him, but you trigger something that makes him flee. Like he leaves abruptly. And you try to like just accept that, like you respect him leaving, but afterwards you find yourself just gone, and you like without warning, without letting anyone know, you pack up and leave.
Okay, so I roll a d6.
Yeah.
Olwen's just fucking gone?
She's just gone. We've been
Yeah.
trying to keep her alive this entire time,
For
and she's
2
gone.
days.
She's gone for a week.
2 plus 5, 7 days.
5.
Oh,
So,
7 days.
Yeah.
Week.
A full week.
oh my god, we're
You
frantic
know
the
how
entire
worried
time.
everyone is.
Oh, I was gonna say, Aranwi and Beatrice are in a higher state of panic altogether.
We'll assume that happens like towards the fall sometime, so it gives Beatrice and Aronmi a chance to do something other than just chase after
I have to
Owen.
do other
Oh,
things.
Yeah.
Owen, test your spiritual for me again, please.
Am I negatively impassioned, or does that not affect?
Oh, not for this one.
Okay,
For like skills and stuff, it will.
got you. Success.
I'm gonna put a pause on that, and I'll get back to you in a second.
Sure.
Beatrice.
Hi. Mine's much less exciting than that.
What do you want to do?
So I
Well, it
can
might
work
be
on one
exciting
thing,
to
and then I
fumble.
have one interaction, right?
Yeah, one training point and one interaction. Right.
Okay, so training wise, I want to work on one of my spells.
Okay. I'll let you decide which talent one focus
Okay.
on. Any of your learned ones you may learn.
Let's see. Let's throw another. Yeah, I'll do heal. I'll work on healing. That's one that she's. Do I just take it?
Yep, you just take it. And then maybe I'll give you this, like Branwyn, Dame Branwyn returns.
Yes.
In the late summer.
Yay.
God.
You both learn Beatrice and Aronmi, you learn that the Duke of Ducalo is dead.
Ugh,
No.
Furthermore,
is his family alive?
yes, but you hear a rumor that King Uther intends to marry the Duke's late wife.
No.
You're right. Yeah. And now I'll let you, Beatrice. Do you know what interaction you
I
are
knew
going
what
to?
I was doing. Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing?
I don't think it changed a whole lot. I was gonna write a letter.
Okay.
um,
Who are you? You're getting someone to write a letter for you.
yeah, I can't write.
Yeah. Yep.
Whenever Owen comes back,
You can
uh,
rely on the lady Gwynedd would certainly write something for you.
um, um, she. Now I want to write too. But I'm gonna stick with Plan A. She's going to write a letter to Padarn. She said she's gonna pick up the pieces and she needs it. She'll write a letter to Padarn. And along the lines of, and I can write you a prettier version of this at some point of what it will actually say. But something along the lines of don't know entirely what went on, but I know that it hurt you. Something along the lines of yeah, they kind of suck. 'Cause that's Beatrice. Um, but she's going to say, if you need somewhere to go, I have your ring.
Okay.
Your squire still hangs around.
Where are you
You have
going
friends here.
to send the letter to?
I don't know.
Okay. You're just gonna write it and
She
hold it for now, or are you
well,
going
she
to
what she
send
was
it
going
to?
to do. Well, she was. So I know that Padarn comes here, and I think she's aware of Padarn being near Avalon, but I don't think she's ever heard of Padarn being anywhere else.
Right. So those would probably be
So
your two best bets. Would be Glastonbury, which because you don't know how to reach Avalon, obviously,
yeah,
or here, and for safekeeping.
yeah. So
Potentially send it
I
to Ricker in Glastonbury for
yeah. So
safekeeping.
I think she'll send it to Glastonbury with the instruction to send it back
Okay.
if it doesn't reach him, and she's going to keep her ear to the ground.
Okay.
And if she hears any rumor of him being anywhere, that letter gets sent in that direction.
Okay. Noted.
Yep.
I'll give you a quick intrigue test as you keep your ear to the ground about things, and then we'll go. While you're doing that, we're gonna go to Aranmi.
Can I use a passion?
Yeah, you may, of course. Just keep in
Is
mind that
he?
that's what sent Olwen running for the woods. So
Yeah.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
yeah,
Owen
I
runs for the woods. Beatrice
Can I
follows her.
argue that he's not part of the gathering? He wouldn't be counted as gathering of branches, would he?
I don't think so. But you could do this.
No.
You could see this as valuable to the Gathering of Branches. I think that's if they're what's passion. If Aranmi and Olwen are somehow related to this. If you feel like they're related, then that would make sense.
I'm
Or your
gonna be
mission
honest,
here.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I'm
fair.
gonna be
Well,
100% honest. I don't
this is
think
news
that
on
she's
Padarn.
relating it to the two
Yeah.
of them. Yeah. I think she's
I
doing it
think
out of
that Ronwi would also be worried about Padarn once she heard that he was gone. So you could justify it there that Ronwi is also expressing where the hell did Gwydion just go? I wanted to talk to him. Where's Padarn? What's going on?
yeah.
If you want to
I think
use that.
she's trying to do it out of friendship. Though she shudders at the word. The only other one I have is deity. Because I have horse god again.
Yeah.
And if I fail at horse god, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Correct.
Run into
Yeah.
the woods.
Everyone
I
just
don't want to run
runs trying to
into
help
it.
Padarn.
join me.
Need to go to my quiet
Ah.
place. Punch dance.
Olwen runs
Yeah.
out and then 2 days later, Beatrice runs out and they find each
I
other.
found this strange
Thank you,
man named
horse god.
Edric in a cave.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, horse god.
Okay. Now test. You can't. Even if you fumble, you can't lose a. You can't go into a bout of madness anymore. Okay. I'll get back to you in a minute.
Yeah.
Aranwi,
Ronwi,
what is your effort, and what are you training?
well, training-wise, I think that Aranwi is working on horsemanship. She's making sure that she is good at knightly skills, due to the fact that she does feel that her squireship ended a little bit early, so she's still kind of like, I gotta get better at this stuff. And also, you have to make sure that Ariel has a good role model. So horsemanship is what she's working on, and I think for interaction, Aranwi is going to help Edane with her wedding in whatever way she can.
Okay. That is fair. So, what was the skill? Go ahead and take the skill. What skill are you looking to train?
Horsemanship.
Horsemanship. Take that, and then give me either like a generous test. Probably would be helping your sister with her wedding.
Can I roll love of family?
Yep. For a bonus.
Thank God. I was waiting for that 20.
Yeah. Don't worry, someone already got it. Went. Yeah. I know.
I almost crit that one.
Don't worry, it won't be so bad.
Reverse stab.
Alright. Undab.
Yeah. Generous. Okay, so you can take generous.
Gasp.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so generous, guys, you don't even know.
All right, and then so Edane and Dogged are wed. Things go well with the wedding. I would play through it, but I feel like we're gonna have enough of those in various points. It's a smaller wedding, you know. It's mostly like the local guests, right? No one else really comes out for it. We're gonna see now. Olwen, give me a D20 roll, please.
I was just gonna say Owen misses another wedding. And I almost rolled it in the Twitch chat.
It's a secret roll for secrets.
Christ.
Maybe
It's
that's
a 20. Maybe that's good.
good.
I have no idea.
Bob, is that good or bad?
Bob, is it
Hey,
good?
Bob, I rolled a natural
Smiling.
20.
That makes me nervous.
Maybe he's smiling because he likes us and wants good things to happen.
He's so happy. He's so happy that it's such a good result for Owen.
I don't know.
That things
Smiling
worked
Bob
out.
scares me.
He meets this man named Stenian.
Oh no, Rebecca.
What's
happening with your D&D roll?
How long am I in fairy, Bob?
Owen comes out and now she and Beatrice are the same age instead of her and Aranwi.
Hi, what happened?
Give me a D6 roll.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh no. God. A special number, you say?
It's gonna be a 6.
We'll say that.
It's a 4.
Nice.
It's a 4. It's a 4. And 4 plus 2 is 6. Oh no.
I'm so scared.
Why is Thomas saying "oh no"?
You're okay. I had to let you panic for a bit, but it's still gonna be a bit funky because in your madness, you ran right for the Barrow Vale.
Yeah.
And you crossed over.
Owen, why would you do such a thing? Owen, why would you do such a thing?
Because I
am mad at
I fucked up with my family that's here, And, you know,
You needed
I know I
answers.
have family on
How
the other
quick does she
side.
come back?
Olwen's like, you know what? I fucked up here, but guess what? I have an evil mom. I'm gonna go be friends with
And
my
a
evil
hot
mom.
sister, maybe?
She's gone 2
How
days.
2 days.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
2 days.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
What was the for?
4 was
The actual duration that she spent. But for you all, it was 2 days.
No. Wait, was that 4
That's
days?
exciting. Oh, shit.
How much older am I when I come back?
Yeah, how much older
You
is
look the
Olwen?
same.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Terrifying.
Please, please.
We'll get to what happens with Olwen during that off screen.
Oh, I'm gonna have a. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
If that's 4 years, I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna.
Okay. So
Please. It's so mean. Bob is so mean to me.
No,
Why
you're
is
good.
you so mean
The
to
dice are
me?
mean to you, Rebecca. The dice are very mean to you.
I figured it out. Nineveh is Bob's self-insert. He is delighting in the pain.
Nineveh.
This is part of DMing. I don't know what you're talking about.
DMV.
Yeah, DMing.
Nineveh.
So okay. So as we conclude, we're going to roll our winter ticks.
Oh,
Oh, good.
are we doing the rest of the intrigue test that I did? Are we doing that
Oh
off
yes.
screen?
Yeah, sorry. Nope. I can give you that right now.
Woo.
You hear news that, like, as you put your ear to the ground, so this is speaking to any allies that you have, or using Lady Gwynedd probably would be your best bet.
Yeah, I
and
was gonna say, let's be honest.
Gwydion and the 3 people that all 4 people that Beatrice gets along with.
Yeah. Yep.
Using the wide network of that, probably also utilizing Olwen when she's back. You find out that Padarn has not returned, that he's been seen sort of like off, like in the woods, like a wandering knight, a knight errant almost, like but a wild man a bit. Like he becomes like, you don't know, there's nothing terrible that they speak of him, but it's more like he's lost in his madness, and it's not the same type of thing where you come around in a few days. He dwells in it, he sits in it, he stays in it. Because what it's tied to doesn't correct itself, right? Like she's gone.
Yeah, man.
Do I have a region that they said he's been seen in?
Yeah, he was seen in Summerland, like near Bath. He was seen on the border with Salisbury. He was seen out east in one of the.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
I was trying to write all that down as you said it, and I was like, stop writing.
God, if they were like something.
She
God.
still tries to send a letter. Anytime she gets any news about him, she sends the same letter out.
Okay.
And then if it's gone out a few times, then she'll add the point of, just ask for me. I'll be waiting.
Yeah.
Keep sending it out. She adds like little notes every time. Like just keep adding stuff to it.
Oh.
And just keep sending it out over and over again.
Boy.
I mean, we've dealt with people who lost their minds a little bit. We'll deal with it again. We fixed things.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if it's a potential, like, relationship ending, that really can mess you up. Like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know how long they were together, but as someone who, like, was in one for, like, 11 years and it ended, it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Badness for sure.
It's time to be a crazy woodman at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Good
like he
answer.
could probably at least fix
Yeah.
the crazy woodman thing. He can be crazy in the house
Right.
where he's
Yeah,
safe.
he can be crazy in the house. I'm
Crazy
good
in
with
the
that.
Mhm.
house.
Crazy in
In
the
the house,
house.
baby.
All right.
We've got ice
Got it.
cream here. It'll be good, buddy.
I was in
Have some
Fairy
ice
and I
cream.
found
Talk
this
it
thing
out.
called ice cream and it helped for a little bit and then I ate so much that I just started bouncing off the walls. But I was in Fairy, so I was quite literally bouncing off the walls. It was not fun. It was bad.
Oh, and yeah, that's good. You're going to be a little more mad when you come back. Like, even though you've lost your madness, you're going to be a little more
Course.
unhinged.
I can imagine.
I'm worried.
But she comes back
Furious.
unscathed, like physically unscathed.
Well, that's all you
Lovely.
can hope for, really.
Hmm.
I want to do one brief scene, I think, between. It's going to be Eranwi and Branwyn, I think, because Branwyn is currently, well, like, she's mostly not confiding in Olwen as much as like making sure she's okay at this point, right? If that makes sense.
She cares about me.
Right. Let's talk to my knight.
Something awful happened.
I heard that Gorlo died. You mean that?
That was its own tragedy, yes.
Something else happened.
Merlin did something. Don't quite know what. There was a deal made between Uther and Merlin. I followed
see.
him. I followed him from Terrible to Tintagel. He left just in the middle of the night. I don't know what the oath was. I was hiding nearby, listening. There were other knights there.
Did you recognize him?
She nods. Some are from Salisbury. Others, dukes and lords. He used magic. I think he might have killed Gorlo, even though Gorlo was elsewhere.
With magic? How would he do that?
I don't know. I don't know, but a deal was made and the Duke died not long after. The battle that I left to follow Merlin, to chase after him. I don't know what happened, but I know when Merlin uses magic. I can sense it after that amount of time that I spent with him. It was used. And afterwards, Merlin departed. I managed to stay long enough for the siege in Tintagel to end. I don't know why, but the The castle surrendered immediately after the news of the Duke, or perhaps just before it. She shakes her head.
Just before.
The daughters are okay, though. All three of them.
That's... And the wife, Igraine?
She is well. Well, physically. But heartbroken.
Of course. And you said that Uther was gonna marry her?
Is what the knight said, yes.
It's awful. I mean, I guess that's loud, but... Yeah.
Indeed. Anyways, I want no part of Merlin anymore. Whatever he's involved with. He seems to have, well, perhaps those rumors that the Christians speak of him being a demon, half demon, are true. If not, he behaves like one by those he invests in.
Well, I've heard he's taken to jerking around other knights too. We met a Salisbury knight in the other place, Axbridge. In Axbridge. No. In Gwydion's hometown.
Oh, gotcha. In
Wells?
Wells, yeah.
Wells. In Wells, and he had the same opinion of Merlin that you do. He's not popular over in Salisbury either, apparently.
She nods, like that doesn't surprise her somehow.
This dude sucks.
She says, tell Beatrice that the youngest wears her talisman now around her neck.
Well. Did it? I guess it didn't do its job. Gorlo is dead.
He didn't have it on at the time of his death.
That's true. Hopefully it'll do the girls some good.
We should prepare things a little bit more around here, I think. Something tells me that... Well, I heard the whispers about Uther. For the first time. I think he has many doubting him, even within his own ranks. They would never say it for fear of death.
It's good that they're questioning him. It's encouraging to hear that it's not just here where he attacked. People are trusting of him. Maybe the tides will turn eventually.
It's my hope. There's something else I heard while I was garrisoned.
Mm.
I know you had your experience with the Saxons, and many Summerlanders don't. But I heard
Right, I
they...
did.
About a month ago, it seems that a new wave of Saxons arrived. They took over a port town within their already invaded lands. The port was a neutral haven, one that allowed for trade for any Saxon, Cymric, or Roman or Briton. It didn't matter. It was a place where the island could benefit from the mainland.
And now only the Saxons have it.
They slaughtered the entire town, man, woman, and child, in offering to their god, Wotan.
I guess the war won't get to us for a while, but it sounds like it's coming anyway.
I hate Uther, but I fear the Saxons.
Did you fight them before?
I did.
Well, let's hope we don't have to anymore. Maybe that other knight was talking about how Uther had this like sword, this special sword. Maybe you just shows it to the Saxons and they're fine. Ow.
Sword of victory, yes.
Right, the sword of victory.
Let us hope that's how
I
it
don't like
works.
Uther having it, but
We'll have to be careful with both Lady Olwen and Lady Gwynedd.
so
I think that trouble's rising, even more than what we were told about the Unsilly. This island is chaotic and at war. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Rest well, Aranwi. And I didn't mean to
and
keep you.
it's completely fine. Thank you for telling me, and you should rest well too. You've just been to a battle. You didn't get hurt, did you?
I missed it, really. Few skirmishes, sure. But when I left to follow Merlin, rumor has it that night Gorlo struck out against the enemies in camp. I would have been amongst that camp. There were many knights who died on both sides. And the Duke died right there.
Oh.
The prince was also wounded. Prince Matic, Uther's son.
There's recognition, and also she was like sympathetic and be like, "Oh no, people died," and then she's like, "Matic," and she's like, "Well, I'm glad that you weren't one of the people hurt." Just like completely glosses over that. Fuck that guy.
They say that he would have died, but for a lady in white who nursed him back to health.
Lady in white.
Branman nods. Do you think that's...
I mean, lots of ladies can wear white, but it is an odd coincidence.
odd indeed? Rest well around me. All right,
Rest
and with that, I don't want to keep it too long because it's super late for Emily. So let's go ahead and do our closures for the night. We will begin next year in 492, and don't worry, Rebecca. There's some good stuff coming. As every
Oh, I'm stoked. I'm
Yeah,
excited. This is
yeah.
gonna be fun. I don't get to play like crazy often, but I delight in it, honestly.
All right. Why don't we do our outros? We'll go in reverse this time. We're gonna go to Megan first. Megan, Emily.
Oh,
Rebecca.
everything's getting topsy turvy.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. All right, well, I wasn't prepared for this, but I guess I was Megan playing Aranwi. Right, yeah.
You're
I just
uncertain
am so
about
used
that?
to not being in this order. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure anymore about anything. And Aranwi had a pretty okay time today, actually. This was nice. We're going to war, possibly on multiple fronts. Maybe 3, depending on how Uther acts towards Salisbury. He'll be nice. He's a nice guy. But otherwise, for now, pretty good session. Aranwi had a good time. No one else did, I think, but Aranwi did.
We'll go to.
Sad that Matic didn't die, though.
Yeah,
That's fair.
unfortunate.
We'll go to
Can't win 'em all.
Beatrice next.
See, it's never topsy-turvy for me because I'm always second.
One day.
Here is the chat for the night.
Wildcat
Baby.
Oh, he's
So-
so
I saw her almost fall off.
That's Bexy. Yeah, she did almost fall off the desk at one point, and I had to like reach and catch.
Poor baby.
So I am Emily. I played Beatrice. This was a time. A lot. There's a lot of things that happened. It was so much fun. Also scary. But I'm looking forward to next week and seeing what happens the next year.
Yeah, man.
Rebecca. Before you wait, I'm so sorry.
This
should've
ube cream is so tasty.
I should have just kept coming up with things to say.
No, it's fine. I'll just wait to enjoy the last of
Thanks
my
for the
delicious.
follow, Night Mad Dragon. Welcome.
Thank
Hi.
you.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi. I am Rebecca and I played. Oh, who knows anymore? I played Owen tonight. And she made choices too. She just wants family, man, and keeps messing it up. Just keeps. I need to not roll passions when Gwydion is involved because both times I fumbled my passions, it has been because of that boy, and I think he's bad luck. Bad luck
Cursed.
for me. He's a
Gwydion-
cursed boy.
Gwydion's, like,
I'm
reverse
over it.
inspiration.
I'm cutting him off. Cutting him out. Friendship ended with Gwydion. Now
I don't think that's true.
now she is my best friend.
Oh God.
But yeah, if you had a good time, you can feel free to follow us on all of our socials and our Discord, which I have posted in the Twitch chat. And yeah, come join our Discord where we talk and post memes and shit post and all sorts of fun stuff. And feel free to check out our backlog. It's a lot of really good stuff. It's Ticking Time Bob G on YouTube. Yeah, we got all the links down below. And then what else? Oh, we have a game that someone in the Fall of Uther Pendragon Sunday stream is running. Mark is running that game. He plays Florence and Rodri, and it's a very, very fun game. It's Masks Unregistered. Yeah, you can follow that down below. Bob and I are in it. It's a good time.
That was super fun, by the way. I had a really good
Yeah, it's so fun.
First one, I felt like I was struggling to get my bearing, but the second one was really fun.
Second one was a lot of fun. Yeah, hopefully the third one, it'll be a full episode and we'll have 0 technical difficulties.
Yeah, right? Don't jinx it. I have yet to run
Yeah,
a
Let
stream
me
with
jinx
0 technical
something? That never happens.
Yeah. Like the 20?
Yeah.
Like your D&D role?
Yeah. Like that.
All right.
Anyway.
I think you covered off most. The only thing I'll add is if you want to try out Pendragon. We have an open Pendragon community where we run random battles and quests and stuff alongside these two games. It gives people a chance to play in the realm where the two streams take place, but they're kind of separate. We'll call it adjacent, a stream adjacent game. I think I called it. So it's close enough, and it definitely ties in and can actually influence some stuff in these games, but it's not directly perfectly connected like the two streams are, for example. So, anyways, this has been a Gathering of Branches, or a Thinning of Mists, or Age of Uther, depending on how you want to look at it. Year's 491, and it will be 492, actually, now that I think about it. So I shall update that. There we go. And we're all ready for next week. Don't really have too much else to call out for other than look out for the D&D stuff on the weekend for Project Aurora. I tend to run on Saturdays, then upload some point after that. If you are more interested in the D&D format, those are probably your best bet. And we have in the chat, we have GM of Revan, who is one of my players in the Envoy. So good to see you. And also an awesome community artist in that Project Aurora verse. So, anyways, I'm gonna call it there because I can tell I'm struggling to even get my words out now. So I'm tired. Right. And we're gonna let everyone go to bed. Have a good night. I might have enough people to raid.
Let's do a raid. Let's go.
Raid.
I mean, I've got more than like 3, so something.
Hey,
Yeah, give me one.
it's always
I'm dropping back
exciting.
in it.
Yeah.
I'm on a hot spot, so this is an experience trying to stream everything.
I don't really have any of my usuals. Let me see. None of my friends are streaming at 11
I know.
Pacific. Which,
What?
yeah, it's weird. I know.
You gotta get one of those Australian streams that rated us that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Let's see if I can find someone who don't want to do the rerun guy. Oh, there's a world map art person. That looks fun. Let's do that. Stargana. I like the name too. All right, let's rate it out. All right, we're gonna close the stream. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye.